What happens when a police officer runs an unauthorized background check on a woman that his friend wants to date? That's what we're talking about in this episode of Watching the Watchers. That's what happened here with this officer, Officer Amaury Fernandez, former officer. He's no longer with the city of Peoria, was with the Peoria City Police Department. According to this article from 3TV CBS 5, he was working on a patrol shift in July 27th of this year when he had a friend who was along with him doing what's called a ride-along. Ride-along is when somebody is joining a police officer and riding along with them while they're doing their patrol. So as these two individuals were sitting in a car, the friend says to Officer Fernandez, "Hey, there's this girl at work I'm trying to date. Why don't we take a quick look and find out what's in her background, what's in her record?" Officer Fernandez complies, goes ahead and looks her up, gets her date of birth and her name, finds the background information about her. A few days later, this friend goes back to work, for some reason, approaches that woman that they looked up and says, "Hey, really sorry that you were molested when you were 8 years old." Weird thing to say, weird conversation to have with somebody at work, but he did. The woman asked, "How did you know about that?" And he says, "Well, this is what happened. I looked it up. Officer Fernandez did a ride-along. We peered into your background, and that's how I know. Sorry you got molested." Anyways, the woman rightfully was not happy, called the Peoria City Police Department, told them what happened. Fernandez was charged with 1 count of unauthorized access of criminal history. It's a Class 6 felony. He was placed on administrative leave, and then he resigned from the department on September 5th. So no longer an officer with the city of Peoria. We always like to call these officers out. What ends up happening time and again, these officers resign in lieu of being fired. So this officer broke protocol, broke the policies, was very well trained in a number of different areas, should have well known that you're not allowed to do that, probably wasn't expecting his friend to be so dumb and bring it up back at work, but that's what happened. You're still not allowed to break those policies. If the officer broke the policy here, where else is the officer breaking policies? Point being, this officer resigned in lieu of being fired. What we have seen happen is these officers will hang out for 6 months, a year, then they'll transfer departments. They'll go get a job somewhere else despite their history and their record of misconduct. Prosecutors won't tell us about it. We'll never find out about it when we're representing other people in criminal cases. So what we're doing here on Watching the Watchers, a segment that we do to monitor police misconduct, we're memorializing it. We're sticking this on the internet because Officer Amaury Fernandez broke policy. If you or somebody you know or love has been charged and arrested or had any interaction that resulted in a criminal case with this officer, please give us a call. He's no longer an officer with Peoria. Any case that he was involved with is now tainted. We would love to speak with you. If you had any interaction with him or if you have any criminal case, period, we can definitely help you through it. Keep your eye out for this officer. We're going to be monitoring him. We're going to see if he does end up getting a job somewhere else so that we can better protect our clients against officers who break policies and try to get away with it. So that's this episode of Watching the Watchers. Make sure that you subscribe. We're going to continue to bring you this news. Hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified. We'll keep on bringing the news to you. Thanks for watching.